Is working out worth it? In short and simple answer, yes, working out is really worth it. Working out has a lot of benefits. Depending on the type of training you could do calisthenics, you could do cardio based, you can do weight training, you can do all these different types of working out. And it can go from simple to hard to where you're working out once a week to 6 times a week. But working out can be very beneficial. For me personally, I do a lot of weight training. I'm not a big cardio guy. Cardio, it sucks. It's like leg day. You don't want to do it, but sometimes you just got to do it, right? But working out has been one of the best things in my life, personally. Working out gives you energy. It makes you feel better about yourself, really. And just overall, you'll be happier if you just stick to it. With working out, I feel like you get there though when you start kind of getting body dysmorphia, right? Because you want to get bigger. You think you're small, or maybe you think you're too big, and you have a goal. And I wouldn't say it's a complete bad thing. Don't get me wrong, it's not good to have those unhealthy thoughts, but it keeps you motivated to keep working towards your goal. At least it did for me. For me personally, I started working out because of my ex. Me and my ex broke up. I was still really sad about it, and I was a twig. I was very skinny. I didn't do any workouts prior, really. I mean, I had little phases where I wanted to work out, but never really got committed to it. And then I wanted change. I was letting the thought of me and my ex and what I felt for that person get on top of me, for sure. And one day I was in summer school taking geometry. I got off the bus, and I was like, I'm gonna walk to Planet Fitness because it was free during the summer. And I was like, okay, it was like a 30-minute walk, and I was like, damn, I hope this is worth it. And I went in there. I was so nervous. Terrible first time, but nothing bad happened, obviously. It was just within me. But it was the start of something I would find great. I used to look like this, okay, like that. But now I look like this, right? I've been working out for about, I want to say 3-4 months. I couldn't give you an exact really period, but about 3 to 4 months I've been working out, and recently not so consistently because I've been dealing with school, relationship. It's a lot of stress, but working out can be really beneficial. For me personally, I used to have pretty bad lungs, and then I started doing cardio, and with my weight training, I noticed that I was able to breathe a lot more, and I was able to take deeper breaths. I was able to just release more rather than struggling. I noticed I got a lot healthier on my eating. I used to eat a lot of microwave foods, but now I don't eat too much, admittedly, because I don't have the most money in the world to afford food, and food is getting quite pricey. I don't eat unhealthy anymore. I eat minimalistic. My most unhealthy addiction would probably be soda. That's probably still something I need to work on, for sure. But when you start working out, it's gonna be hard, right? I think the first part of working out that's the hardest is making it a habit, right? And then after it becomes a habit, you have to start making eating a habit, because if you're not getting the protein, then your muscles don't have the protein to build, right? They need protein to build up muscle mass, and without that, then you're gonna stay small, and you'll have gradual growth no matter what. But it's just the growth is a lot faster if you're eating the right foods. And I feel like that's why I haven't grown too much, because I can't afford the right foods, really. Meat is expensive, as I said. But there's other things out there that really do help, like creatine monohydrate. Very wonderful. But they do recommend you drink a lot of water, because long time it can mess up your kidneys, I think. And I mean, that's long time, like long term. But I'd say a few years, if you're not drinking enough water, then you might want to start. And it's not good, don't get me wrong. It tastes like nothing, but you can kind of feel the texture. Point is, you should work out. You should get up, go to a gym, and find a motivation. And whether or not it's just to get healthy, or just to look good, or because you want to prove someone wrong, or you want to get over that ex like I did, I would suggest it for sure. Working out, it can do wonders for your body. It can do amazing things. And I mean, in my photos, I look better when I have pump, but for an example, I'll show you my arm without pump. See? Not the best. It's pretty average, I'd say. A lot better than what I used to have, for sure. And then with my left arm, it's about the same. I have a little bit of a muscle imbalance through years of my teenage years, you know. We don't need to talk about it. But work out, do something, get up. And even working out doesn't need to be commitment to a gym, right? Working out could be yoga, stretching. Working out could be just lifting milk jugs or lifting water jugs. Working out is just something that gets the heart going, right? Something that gets the heart gets the heart thumping. And then once you find that passion and love for it, then you start doing it more, and then maybe you'll be ready to commit to a gym. Maybe it's not for everyone, but in general, it doesn't hurt to just try to work out a little bit. You're gonna hate it at first, for sure. You're gonna hate it for a while. And there's some days where you don't want to go. For an example, this past week I really only went like 2 days. I've just been stressed, and I've been having so much on my mind. It's hard to get motivated. And they say the forbidden pre. It's hard to have that forbidden pre when it's a lot of stress. So just go to the gym, really. I mean, give it a shot. I think most gyms have a 1-day pass that are fairly cheap. And if not, just do it at home. Do some push-ups, run a little, do some sit-ups. But one thing to know about working out for sure is, first, obviously eating right. Second is making it a habit. And third is really just enjoying it, right? And then there's a key fourth. And the key fourth would be making sure that you're increasing the weight as you go on. If you're curling, if you're curling and curling 15s for months, then your muscles are going to get used to that, and they're like, okay, we can do this easily. We don't need to break down, right? We're not going to tear up. We're not going to rebuild ourselves, because we can do these 15s easily. But once you start getting up to 20s and 25s and then 30s, you'll notice the difference. You'll feel the pain. But that's all part of muscle growth, really. You just have to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. And then once you feel fulfilled, then you can increase the weight. Right? Don't increase too heavy, because you don't want to hurt yourself. Sticking to 15 pounds is better than almost breaking your arm on 25 and then you're out for 2 weeks. Overall, just give it a shot, for sure. That isn't really the direction I take. I usually talk a lot about gaming, right? And I play games on this channel. But recently, I've really fallen in love with working out, and I think if I can inspire anyone to just get up and go out, then that'd be amazing. But yeah, as I said, give it a shot and have a good day. Peace out.